Hello, I'm pleased today to have Olivier Henry for our Zoom interview with the French-American Chamber of Commerce.
Hey, Thomas. I'm glad to be here.
So, Olivier, can you introduce yourself? Who are you?
Sure. So Olivier Henry, as you just said, used to be Olivier Henry. Now it's a little different pronunciation, but still the same guy. And I've been in the U.S., Charlotte, North Carolina, since 20 years now. And it's just I came here as part of a decision to join my wife, which I married back in 2000. I met her in '97 in Nancy when we were still a student. So she's really the one that grabbed me from France and brought me to the US. But I guess we'll get with a couple questions and I'll tell you a little more.
Okay, so what's your activity in Charlotte? You're working for Dassault System?
That's correct. So even back before that happened, back in '99, I joined Dassault System as a new grad. I was young back then, yes. So we got married, as I said, with my wife from Pittsburgh here in the U.S. And the amazing thing is we both managed to keep our job and transfer our job to the city of Charlotte here in North Carolina. She was working for US Airways at the time, and so I was working for Dassault System. And Dassault System just happened to have a lab here in the US. In fact, they had several locations. One of them was Charlotte, which was an old IBM lab. And since my wife didn't want to go to Detroit, she didn't really like the West Coast either. There was other location in Woodland Hills. And she liked the fact that, a little more warmer climate than where she was in Pittsburgh. So Charlotte did the bill, and we've been here for 20 years and love it here.
Great. Basically, we know Dassault Aerospace. What's the difference between Dassault System and Dassault Aerospace?
Okay, so in fact, Dassault System came about over almost 40 years ago. What happened at the time is Dassault Aviation was trying to, at the time, 2D was the big thing. So drawings, you were building an aircraft on drawings, and they were really trying to go to the three-dimensional type of design. And so there was really no solution back then, 40 years ago. And so they created an R&D lab to develop the software to help them design their solution, or to design their aircraft in 3D. And so they created a software, and it was, they did a really good job. And they thought, what, we have that tool now that we have to use for ourselves, but why not create a company and then start selling that tool to other companies? And so what they did, again, almost 40 years ago, is that they took 20 people out of the lab that they had, created a company called Dassault System, which since then has been growing. In fact, today we have over 20,000 people all over the world. That growth obviously happened through a lot of acquisition. I mean, I just mentioned one here with the lab in Charlotte. And like I said, there has been many other acquisitions, but we're now a very big worldwide leader in CADs, and not only CADs, but also a lot of different things. In fact, we are now, we call ourselves the 3D experience company, and we have a big platform that helps many different business from aerospace, life science, even the business side, the
Great.
very big names really developed and help them with their solutions.
Last question to be short. What is the situation for you right now with the COVID-19, and you have a big impact on your activity?
So I would say for our activity and for most of what we do, being a software company, we have been able to pretty much work from home. For the most part. So that has been very useful for us. And I would say because of the diversity that our customer, we serve 11 different industries. And so because of that diversity, we have been able to, to maintain our business level. And we have even seen with the solution that we provide, which again, is kind of a business platform, we have seen opportunities that, that this crisis has brought to us. So it's a very challenging time, but also a very exciting time. So.
Okay. So thank you, Olivier. I forgot to mention that you're also a board member of the French American Chamber of Commerce. So we are really glad and happy to have you in the team, and thank you for your time and your collaboration. So see you next time. Bye.
See ya. Bye.